Welcome to Ferret Survival Guide. Today we're going over insulinoma and insulinoma crash protocol. An insulinoma is a small tumor in the pancreas that produces an excess amount of insulin. The pancreas makes insulin, which helps keep blood sugar levels balanced. Normally, the pancreas stops creating insulin when the blood sugar drops too low. This allows the blood sugar levels to return to normal. When a tumor forms on the pancreas, this is called an insulinoma, it will continue to produce insulin even when the blood sugar is too low. The body can't keep up with all the insulin and causes the blood sugar levels to drop dangerously low. This is known as hypoglycemia. This can result in an insulinoma crash. A diet consisting of too much carbs, fructose from fruits and veggies, or any other sugars contributes to the development of insulinoma. Insulinoma is common in the U.S. and is one of the reasons why it's important that ferret owners understand the impacts of non-meat ingredients in kibbles, wet foods, or freeze-dried raw, and feed as healthy a diet as they can afford, as well as avoiding sugary treats like bandits, ferret vite, malt pastes, vitamin gels, N-bones, etc. A blood glucose, or BG, test can determine the level of blood sugars and help make a diagnosis. Since eating is directly related to insulin and blood sugars, it is best to test the blood glucose before a ferret eats. Some vets may request the ferret has not eaten for 3 hours prior to the visit so they can get a BG test on the low end of things. If the low end is too low, they will move forward with a diagnosis. The symptoms of a BG crash can vary in intensity, but be on the lookout for drooling, staring into space, stumbling and falling over, hind end or back leg weakness, trouble walking, locked jaw, seizures, coma, and death. If you see any of these symptoms, call a vet and get an appointment scheduled ASAP. Blood glucose changes constantly through the day, and another crash may happen sooner than later. With collapsing, hind leg weakness, or seizures, get a same-day emergency appointment. Do this first before doing the crash protocol. You can put it on speaker and multitask if needed. You need to act fast with BG crashes. Even if you stabilize your ferret, they will need daily medication from now on. To handle a crash, make sure you have caro syrup, honey, or a sugary vitamin paste, cotton swabs, high-protein, palatable food like beech nut baby food, carnivore care, etc. If they are not willingly eating, you may need to have a feeding syringe on hand. These can be found at most pet stores. A 10 milliliter is a good size to go with. Make sure your ferret is on the floor, preferably on a blanket or carpet to minimize possible injury while seizing. Dab up some caro syrup or honey with a Q-tip, lift the ferret's upper lip and smear it on the gums on both sides of the mouth. This should help revive the ferret if it is wobbling, has passed out, or is seizing. Cage your ferret or have someone else hold them in case they wander away. Prepare a high-protein snack to stabilize the ferret's blood glucose for around 3 hours. If the crash is at night, you may need to feed the snack every 3 hours until you can get to the vet. Otherwise, there is a high chance they may crash again. If so, repeat the caro syrup or honey application followed by the high-protein snack. Beech nut baby food, chicken or turkey recipe, or carnivore care are good choices for this step. You can feed from a spoon or let your ferret lick it off your finger if they are unwilling to eat it from a bowl. This must be fed within 15 minutes of the caro syrup or honey. If you are able to make emergency vet appointment, now is the time you would want to leave. Once your ferret is on medication, bring them in if there are still frequent crashes. They may need to adjust the dosage. However, a minor crash every now and then can be handled at home since you now have medicine for them. Prednisone, prednisolone, or diazoxide are common insulinoma treatments. Sometimes chemotherapy or surgery are an option, but you'll need to discuss this with your vet since surgery can be very difficult for insulinoma based on the location and sizes of the tumors. Note that these ferrets should not be on raw since their system is immunocompromised and they cannot handle bacteria as well. Still, they should be on a high-protein diet to combat the insulinoma. Their diet must change with this illness. Freeze-dried raw like Stella and Chewy's or Feline Natural, Hound and Gato's wet food, or Wysong digestive support are some great food choices. The AlphaTrack 2 will let you test your ferret's blood glucose at home without needing to take them to a vet. This is good for day-to-day maintenance once your ferret has a diagnosis. It's a bit expensive, but is the most accurate reader out there. Check the comments for some great links to learn more about insulinoma and ferrets. Let us know if you have any questions and what you'd like to see next. Thank you!